Mike Jones here with Ken's. It is March already. My brother Kenny and I own Ken's Stereo Junction. We got a place in Macon right next to the amphitheater and in Warner Robins at 2040 Watson Boulevard. And we love doing what we get to do for you. Middle Georgia's only in-store service since 1978. You're going to love this show. Let's get inside, check it all out.
Middle Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's.
When you come out here into the main floor, and here, this is where product goes up and down depending on specials. But you need to know that for the month of March, it is a major big deal. It's a huge sale as we go into folks doing all of their outdoor activities and swimming pools and ATVs and side-by-sides and Harley Davidson and all that. And the deals are on. When I say Mac Daddy, March should be called Mac Daddy March Sales. This is what we do. All right, in the world of 12-volt audio video, I call it car stereo, but we do so many different things. We do lots of trucks and lots of cars, and we do lots of ATVs, and we're fixing to be in slingshot season, which is right about right now. And so the blessing of that is when you come in, we're going to keep DS18 in stock. We're going to do SoundCube and Alpine and Pioneer and JL Audio and all these different brands to make sure. And we hand pick the brands we have to make sure you get the best possible service if you have an issue later on down the road. So many brands out there may be very, very good at the front end, but they don't have service on the back end, and service is the most important part of our relationship with you. Pricing wise, if you see a price up here, if it says $449, that's $449 online, that's $449 at Ken's, but we have it in stock. Now, processors now are different. You know, when I was growing up, you went and bought your Trans Am, and you put a radio and two 6x9s in the back, and that's the way it went. Hallelujah, I love it. But today, there's a processor. So when you have a touchscreen radio from the factory and you want to put a system in there, you have a computer that comes into play and you have software that comes into play, and you're like, wow, is it worth it? Oh, yes, it's worth it. You're probably seeing a cutaway right now of my nephew, Austin, literally programming a car for it to give the best possible performance, whether it be at low volume or high volume or big bass or big highs. And that's what they do, is they tune it so that you can enjoy it and not have any problems, period. That's the blessing of that. Now, also, we educate our folks. So when you come in and say you want to buy a pair of speakers, that's a wonderful thing. But do understand, they went to the trouble of educating themselves in the home audio part of our business, in the car stereo part of our business, in the church part of the business, security part of our business. So important. So that's why we send them to all these places. They just recently got back from Las Vegas at the CES show. Check this out.
All right, awesome trooper here at CES 2026. This show is absolutely, yeah, we got a lot to see. We got a lot to cover. We got new TVs. We got thin TVs. We got bigger TVs, transparent TVs. I mean, it's just unreal, all the stuff that's out there. So you get 2 new soundbars by 2 of the greatest companies. You get to see that. We got a lot to go over, so why don't we get in there and check it out. All right, people, you're probably seeing some videos as I've been walking around Klipsch. Actually, we're at their booth right now. This is their new Element all-weather soundbar, and that thing is pretty sweet. As you can see from underneath here, it has an L bracket that mounts 2 screws into the wall, giving it that nice flush good look. And on top of that, you also have your outdoor stake speakers, which I absolutely love. So we have different sizes, different tweeters. We also have their subwoofer right here. We ourselves as a company offer an upgraded sub, but I can tell you right now, Klipsch does everything pretty much right, so this thing is going to absolutely sound incredible. This is Justin with Ken's. We are at CES 2026 in the Klipsch booth. They're coming back out with their headphones. So a few years ago, they came out with one model, but they're coming back out with some open back reference headphones. They got an HP3, HP2, and an HP1, all different price points that'll fit any budget. So that's a really big thing, really cool thing to look for in the future. They're redoing a lot of their speakers now. So this is the Signature Series. It's going to be right above the reference Premier. So you can tell this is a brand new gap. It looks incredible. I'm sure they're going to do different colors. They're doing a bookshelf, a center channels, and a tower in the new Signatures. And then they're also doing a new reference Premier Series 3. So this is going to be really cool stuff. You know, you always got the copper tones. Everybody loves the copper tones. They also have their new Apollo, so that's going to be even higher up. So basically, every budget Klipsch will have something. You know, you can get a $100 tower or a $3,000 tower. So this is their Apollo series. This is going to be their highest end speaker that they make. You can see with the carbon fiber. Absolutely gorgeous. So this system pairs super well, especially with like a Nakash amp or your higher end amplifiers that we sell as well. They're also coming out with a compact subwoofer. We're going to have it in a 10, a 12, a 14, and a 16. But that's going to help a lot with tons of output, but also without having to take up all the space. Look at this LG's new wallpaper TV. Look how thin that is. Absolutely insane. And that's a wrap for CES 2026. Thank y'all so much for giving us an opportunity to come out here and learn and see all the new products. That way we can share that information with y'all.
They literally, I call them my third gens, and I send them out there and they fill their brains up with education so they can come back and serve you the best way. It's very important for you to know that when you walk in this door, the people that work here are passionate about doing what they do for you. So in that being said, we do the basic installations. I just want to do a touchscreen radio in my car or my truck, or I want to do speakers, I want to do mids and highs, or I want to do 10,000 watts. But we really do it all and do it right. You need to see this Ford truck we just did. I think it was an F450. I know he's a Georgia Bulldog fan. I can tell you that right now. Check this out.
All right, we're in a 2019 Ford F450. This truck is absolutely massive. You're seeing a cutaway of it now. This client came in wanting a bigger screen, newer features to update his truck instead of buying another $100,000 truck. Just upgrade your vehicle to 2026 and you're good. So we put in here a new Sony Mobile ES 9500 screen. So it's actually an 11-inch screen. The factory actually came with an 8-inch screen, so we wanted a bigger screen. So this actually has wireless CarPlay. You can see we're actually controlling our apps. We got our maps there, got our music going. And also we integrated this radio with Maestro. Maestro allows us to keep our factory controls. So we have our factory volume knob, completely controlling it. We have our AC controls that actually pop up on the screen as well, and we control that. But it just makes everything like factory still, but give you all the new features that you're wanting in 2026. Also, another thing that he was complaining about is the backup camera. The backup camera on this truck, it's okay, it'll work fine, but it was really small, especially on just the 8-inch screen. So now with the 11-inch screen, it just makes it so much easier to see your factory backup camera. Now it's actually a full giant screen. It really helps a lot. You have your lines and everything. Makes it really easy to see. But if you have any questions, any concerns about your vehicle, hey, can I get this done to my vehicle? 99% of the time you can. Just give us a call at our Macon or Warner Robins locations and we'll be able to hook you up.
Let's go back to specials and sales. In the world of speakers, they're going to be anywhere from $100 for a pair and up, depending on what size you need. I carry every size that fits into your vehicle. Now, some vehicles come with funky sizes, like older Corvettes, 89, all the way up to the 99 world. They have funky size Bose speakers. I carry the adapters to make those fit in case you're do-it-yourselfer type guy. Radio-wise, some cars you can put a radio in, which is we can put a radio in, and we do single DINs like this or double DIN touchscreens. And some you can't put a radio in, and that's when we come into the processor side of the world. All of that is in stock for us to take care of your installation to get your music love on. So when you go into Macon and Warner Robins, talk to the Brainiacs and they'll pick something out. Normally we can get you installed as fast as you need it done, whether it be same day or 2-day or 3-day, depending on the size of the project. But the blessing is, no matter how big or how small, we want to earn your business, and we will do whatever that takes. Their price is our price plus free installation. This is what we do. All right, Clips. We know Clips. We've been around with Clips a long time, since 1978. But they make a series of soundbar called Flexus, 100, 200, and series like that. And they've done amazing. If I told you, maybe a month or two ago, Rolling Stone said best soundbar under $1,000. But it's not $1,000. It's $574.99 is how much it is. This is their newest edition. I love this stainless finish and the walnut real wood inlay right here. What they've done is they teamed up with Onkyo to do their amplifier and their processor, and they just did the speakers. So subwoofers on the top, mids and highs are in here, and believe it or not, there's this really nice display, I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of now, that lights up here to show that volume's going up and all the different functions. It has all the inputs that you wanted, HDMI, fiber optic, coaxial, so you can do a sub out, but it also has a link where you can either wire a sub to it, you see right here, or you can do a wireless sub. So the blessing of this soundbar is it can be mounted or set, and it is just stout. When you come over here, you can do their rear speakers, right? These set of these right here, and the blessing of this is all they need is power, because they connect wirelessly to that. So plug these in. Now you have rear speakers, and then the subwoofer can be plugged in, or it can also work wirelessly, and it comes in a 10-inch or a 12-inch. Again, we are the same price as they are, so when you go to .com, but we have it in stock today. So Klipsch Flexus Surround Home Theater, or hey, I just need a good sound bar, and it's rated the best by the people that rate the best, Rolling Stones magazine. So get into our Macon and our Warner Robins store and get your Klipsch Flexus on. Awesome. Mike Jones here with Ken's, and we do HD security camera systems for your home, for your church, and for your business. 360-degree view cameras like this are absolutely amazing. License plate readers are a must, plus they have audio and video and day and night vision in pitch black, backed by our 2-year on-site service warranty at no extra charge. We have 2 years, no interest financing right now, plus the estimate and design is free. Come see us at Ken's in Macon and Warner Robins. All right, you're seeing this is our video wall. We have one in Macon, one in Warner Robins, and all different sizes, like 32-inch all the way up to like 100-inch or 98-inch, what they call them. But the blessing of this is right now you see no sale tags. And the reason that is everything has gone on sale for March. So I'm guessing that has something to do with March Madness and all that happens there. But all these TVs are really, I mean, it's an amazing deal for the whole month of March. So we're fixing to mark all of these TVs with all the new .com promises. Where I go with that is, we're the same price as they are. So when you go to .com, you go to Samsung or Sony, I got a new LG I'm going to show you in just a minute that we got when we were at CES show, but we're going to be exact same price and we have it in stock. The blessing of that is you can buy it here and we can install it for you, or if you're do it yourself, or we have mounts for the wall, we have articulating arms, we have HDMIs, we have plates, we have everything you can think of, we have it if you're do it yourself. If you said, no, I don't want anything to do with that, my phone number comes up, the estimate is free, and we'll come out and evaluate what it takes. So there's so many different technologies, mini LED, OLED, QLED, LCD, depending on if you have a lot of light, you don't have a lot of light, if you have a back porch, you have glaring windows, and all these different things. And all these technologies are built for that. You may have it just in your bedroom where it's always dark, and there's a different technology for that as well. If you're saying, that's too much, that's why my phone number comes up, because I live and breathe this. I'm a super nerd, and I can help you pick out those things. Now, all right, LG they are so on fire right now. When my boys went, we'll go to CES in just a minute, but my guys went to CES to get their education. They kept talking about, you've got to see the new LG OLED 65 C5, and if all that sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, it is, but this picture is absolutely unbelievable. They've been rated the #1 OLED for 12 years. They build OLED right, and we are now stacked up with this. They're going to come in 55, 65, 75, 83, I think, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. But we're going to have these. But the first person that walked in when we got out of the box bought it that instant. And guess what? We're the same price as their price. They are $13.99 online, and we are $13.99 online. And I will just show you how that works. There's one of the competitors. There's LG, $13.99, and we're $13.99, and we have it in stock. LG killing it with the new OLED. Awesome. All right. The Duck Bucks are in, and this is our new way of gift certificates to you, the Duck Bucks. So when you come in and purchase from us, you will get a Duck Bucks of some value for the next time you come in. I had a gentleman that came in and purchased a large setup from us, and his Duck Bucks was $1,000 for the next time he came in. Had somebody come in and buy something smaller, the next time he comes in, he has a $10 Duck Bucks. But these are also going to be gift certificates for your loved one or somebody you love, or maybe even somebody you don't love, that you can come in and buy them. So the Duck Bucks are in stock. Macon and Warner Robins, you got to get your Duck Bucks. All right, this is a 65 Regal that we are doing, and this is not a finished product clearly, but I just want to give you an idea because I get so excited about it. Check out this battery bank we put here. So you have a alternator that has to send power back here. The batteries, these are lithium batteries. So Limitless Lithium does this, and these are 50 amp hours each. This is 200 amp hours of lithium, which makes a tremendous amount of power when you have, ready for this, 11,000 watts of power. So when you see these amplifiers, you'll have committed to bass, to mids and highs, and to mids and highs. All this will be custom and trimmed out when we get done. You see that we have the Dynamat. Listen how solid. Like, no echo in here. I love it when we do. Listen how solid this is. It's just an incredible thing, because typically with the older cars, the trunks will rattle. Now, you can't stop all the rattles, but you have to put this in here. Number one, to keep the sound in. Number two, to try to keep all the rattles out. This vehicle is bagged as well, so we have to work around this because the vehicle will go up and down on its own, which is nice. They have pumps and all these things in place. So working around the bag and getting all this done and getting all this custom done, just this alone is just so many man hours to get it in place to make sure that it is safe in the area that, hey, what if I had an accident, number one. Number two, that it has plenty of current. I want to be able to play this thing as hard as I want to, anytime I want to. And with 11,000 watts, you're going to have a tremendous draw. So with the alternator and the batteries and the amplifiers, and we're fixing to do the sub box and all that get done, we are so close on this 65 Regal to making the magic happen. So I just want to show you this as we get there. Dynamat, amplifiers, battery, alternator, power, we're almost there, and that is awesome. All right, this is the subwoofer box that's going in the 65 Regal. I'm going to check this. That's 1.5 inch thick wood, because it has to be able to support the woofer. As a matter of fact, these braces back here actually supports the weight of the woofer, because the magnet is so heavy. I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of the woofer right now. And then we have this huge Lexan glass. If you look right here, this piece right here will have Lexan, and it'll have a window that goes up top right here, and then we're going to LED light the entire box. If it sounds like a lot, that's because it is a lot. This is a very, very timely process, and we're getting there. But again, supports 1.5 inch thick wood, and everything is, we are really, really so close. This thing is going to hammer. Awesome. You know, tech support is such an important 2 words in my life. When my dad started our company in 1978, the whole blessing of that is, he says, we're going to service everything that we sell, and we're going to have real technicians that do exactly that. And that's what we've done since 1978. 2 technicians forever and ever. As long as I can remember, the original technician being that guy right there, Warren Daniel. He was the first technician we ever had. That's literally the guy. That's my uncle, my dad, and the Warren. And now the blessing of that is we've always had it in our best heart to say that if you have an issue, we can solve the problem without having to answer to anyone else. Well, with that has come along the times is having in-store service is one thing, but on-site service became such a big deal. So it is a very important part of now. We use the word training and the word unlimited a lot with us, because we do that unlimited training. And over time, it's gotten us this ability to sell you product, which is simple, and to install the product, not as simple, and to have after the service sale, which is also not that simple, because you have to have a staff that's educated to do that. Now, just recently, we were super, super blessed to work to do the police training center out in Warner Robins, Georgia, and we literally got the nip of it before there was even any furniture in there. You have to see this. This is really awesome. All right, we are in Warner Robins. This is the new police training center. Very important thing. Now, this building was built before we came into this, but the blessing is, even though these are metal studs, which, you know, they kind of waver when you're trying to hang a TV, we did have backing and everything put into there. They put the backing in there before we got here. They said we needed to have sound, we need to have video, we need to have a way from a training place to plug everything in on the left corner here, and so that's where we come in. Now, we put in speakers. We have 4 of these speakers. These are 8-inch, 2-way, flush mount speakers, and the blessing is you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And the idea is when they fill this up with tables, you know, you have a lot of sound. You know, those type of speakers, they kind of do like a rain head, so they put out a tremendous amount of sound. But if you put 4 in here, it'll fill the room up easily. Now, in here, we had to do, we had to put our amplifier and stuff here. They did not have a way to put the amplifier on the podium. So you can probably see the cutaway as we went through the day here. We had to hang an amplifier up. We had to have surge protection for both TVs. You had HD cables for both TVs. And you have an 85 here and an 85 there. Now, the reason I put the car up there is because that's why we need police training, is because a lot of people drive cars like that in a very crazy manner. Like me when I was young, as a matter of fact. I had quite a few relationships with the Houston County Police Department when I was young. Now, coming over here, you'll see this plate they put in. Now, this was a tough one because this was put in when they built it. They did so good on putting internet ports in here, which we terminated everything in place. But because the plate's in place and in the ground, in the concrete, we had to figure out a way to put HDMI in here. So there's a piece called a ballon that's about that big that actually goes into the ground. And then with this HDMI, come up to their podium so they can plug into their laptop and do all of their trainings and put up there. But this is a nice thing to have. But boy, this was a trick all by itself to pull all of that up and get the parts back in place to do it. So there'll be a podium here, and then that HDMI and power will come in, and they have their laptop up and throw all the images up here. So end of the day, the blessing is, the reason we went with such big panels is when you get to be the last guy that showed up late to the training and you're sitting back here, I can still see perfectly that way, and I still have a speaker that's shooting sound this way. End of the day, the blessing of this is the training. My son-in-law, Justin, one of our team, he's the team lead for the folks here. And he and his guys can walk in the door, and here we are less than 8 to 10 hours later. This is a turnkey training facility. All we need is their podium so we can pull all of their cables through it, and all the speakers are in place. I'm gonna flip back around so you can get one more view of how absolutely perfect this wall is, and this thing is ready for training. Now, how do you find it? This is actually Warren and Associates builders that hired us, and then the police department approved of us doing the job. So I'm very grateful for both of their trust. There's my phone number. I can come to you or come to them. We walk it off. There's no charge for the design. Decide what the budget is. We hit the budget. Boom. The minute they got the budget, they're like, wow, which means we were under budget, which is a good thing. And then we set up a time to bring it out. We do the best brands in the business, and the idea behind that is we stand behind it. So from the second we install it, we do service on site, training on site, which is unlimited under your warranty, and we double the manufacturer's warranty. So with a 1-year warranty, you get a 2-year unconditional warranty from Ken's on site with training. Again, there's my phone number. The estimate is free. Give us the call. We decide the budget, the performance. We do what we do, and service after the sale. This is what we do. You may not know that we do police training centers. You may not know that we do security camera systems. You may not know that we do churches. But we do all of those things, and it's so important for you to know that. You also may not know we are a pro audio company. We carry brands like Allen and Heath. We carry Peavey. We carry Yamaha. We carry the Midas Behringer products. We carry all the TF series. We carry JBL Pro series. We do all of those things, and we keep a majority of that stuff in stock, which goes back to churches. Now, in the world of churches, here you are right going into Easter. It is not too late for us to upgrade your sound, your video, your streaming. We do small churches. We do large churches. We do big venues. We do overflow to fellowship halls. We do social halls. We do kitchens. We do pastors' offices. We do treasurers' offices. We do all of those things. And the thing about that is we use the best brands in the business. Everything that I put inside your church, I would have in my own church because I know that it will serve you, because you only get one chance a Sunday, right, to show them Jesus. Everything has to be in place and work. So just know, when it comes to churches, we do everything when it comes to electronics for churches. The estimate is free. This is what we do. Mike Jones here with Ken's. It's tax time again, and the deals are on in our Macon and our Warner Robins Superstore. All car stereo with huge discounts. All home stereo with huge discounts. All TVs with huge discounts. Churches, we got you. Huge discounts. Security cameras, we got you. Huge discounts with Middle Georgia's only in-store service. Come see us at Ken's in Macon and Warner Robins.
Middle Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for your time in this infomercial. We get to show you all the neat and amazing things that you allow us to do. My brother Kenny and I will never take that for granted. Since 1978, when my dad and my uncle started, all the way to now when we are raising our 3rd generation boys into it, it's just a blessing. The guys and girls that work here are very intentional in making sure we serve you in the best possible way. Social media, right here. This is how we do our things here. You're going to have YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, and we're about to start on TikTok as well. And this blessing is this a way for you to keep up with daily specials and cool projects that we get. And a lot of times I'll do a house and they'll go, here's what I saw, on your Instagram. I want it to look like that. And it's a blessing that as I constantly am posting pictures and neat and great ideas, most of them come from y'all. We just are blessed to get to do the work. I have a major theater that we're doing in Warner Robins that's about to come out now. We're doing a full meal platform, all nice Valencia leather chairs. We're doing custom columns, custom lighting. It is going to be amazing. I can't wait to probably a month in that project. Hopefully I'll get to show you that on the April show, but it's coming. We do theaters. We do custom. We do TVs over the fireplace. We do it yourself stuff where we just hand it to you. And if you know, during the month of March, anything you buy, if we're not installing it and you just physically need it at your house, we're going to bring that to your house at no charge through the entire month of March, which is a blessing, because a lot of times when you buy a 100-inch TV and you drive a Honda Accord, it don't necessarily fit in the back of a Honda Accord. You know what I'm talking about? So there's that. So the blessing of this is free estimates are free. And I get so excited and I get tongue-tied. So when I start thinking about all the things that we get to do, I'm a super nerd. I love that we get to do what we do. There's the phone numbers that come up for the free estimates. We'll come to you, whether it be for cameras or it be for surround sound or it be for a TV or it be for a church or it be for a commercial sound and all the different things that we do. But if it's in the 12 volt or the 120 volt, we do it. I just want to let you know that. I have a full crew. They are educated and ready to work for you. The blessing of this is, I always end with Scripture. It's very important. And Scripture says, in Luke 17, verse 6, it says, he replied, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, be uprooted and planted in the sea, and it will obey you. Okay, what that means is, number one, be a little easy on yourself. But in the Bible, it constantly calls us sheep. Now, I don't know if you know the characteristics of a sheep, but it don't look good for us. It means we ain't smart. We have to have a shepherd. which is God. God is our shepherd. And what it says, faith of mustard seed, it says, if you just have that faith, as long as you know I'm the only way it's going to happen, God will deliver. It'll be a yes, it'll be a no, or a not right now. But God always, always wants what's best for us. Believe it. Follow him, and you watch what happens. Come see us at Ken's in Macon in Warner Robins.
Say again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, ready, set, go. We do HD security sound. Ready?
Yep.
Mike Jones with the kid. You get a duck bucks for the next. I'm sorry. You get a duck. We will keep you safe and secure. Oh shoot! All right, this is Harley. She takes care of our front desk and Macon and Warner Robins. Harley, say hello.
Hello.
Now tell them what you feel about them. Sometime it'll be $10, whatever, $10, $100. I got you. Just golly, dude, let's start over. It's hard to say duck bucks. Tell them how much you love working at Ken's.
I love working at Ken so much. This is honestly the best job I've ever had.
I gave her $5 to say that. I just want to put that up there. Say bye, Harley.
Bye, guys. I love y'all.
All right, that's how.